Hi, I'm back. Apologies, folks. Some crazy difficulties, but I hope we've got it figured out and we can get going. So repeat all those instructions again. You've probably already heard them. So let's get going and get started. Here we go. So backing up here, find your mat. Make sure you've got your equipment. Strap, block, pillow. Again, foam roller will work just fine too. Let's find Virasana. So this is the hero's pose. And once again, you can kind of modify this how you need it. So maybe this is fine, how it is. Maybe the knees are aching and you need to go right into Sukhasana right here, crisscross applesauce. So go ahead and find where you need to be. Just gonna check. All right, yep, that's not us. All right, here we go. So back to Virasana. All right, so settle in here and let's find the breath. First things first, we're gonna roll the shoulders up, send them back, slide and glide them down. Gently pull the shoulder blades towards each other, but not enough that you lift up that chest panel. Maybe take the hands here, place them on either side of the ribs, and gently just nudge those ribs in towards each other. Now, slide the hands down and find those lower abs, those lower obliques, and push them out. So you pull in here, you push out here. You got that full connection of the core. Let's add the rest of the core, the pelvic floor. Find the sits bones deep at the base of the glutes and just nudge them in. That's gonna turn on that pelvic floor, and this is a vital component, of course, of the core, but also your breathing mechanisms and your spinal stability. Once you've got it all connected, let's take that first big deep breath. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, right to heart center. And just find a nice, easy flow here. Inhale and exhale. These are deep cleansing breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Go slow. Again, you can always transition out of this Virasana posture if it just doesn't feel right or feel good today. Inhale and exhale. Remember, Yin Yoga is all about grounding, centering, finding that breath, taking things a little slower, releasing stress, tension, anxiety. One more here. Inhale and exhale. All right, hold. Shoulders down and back. Gentle squeeze into those shoulder blades. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Connect up that core. Turn it on right here. We need it to support that spine. Take a breath. Inhale. Then exhale. I want you to guide yourself carefully down into a really modified rabbit. And I'm going to actually go profile here so you guys can see. But rabbit, I want you to squeeze your heels together. Your knees are slightly turned out. You're just really, really guiding yourself down here to hover that forehead above your mat. Then use the core, lift, 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 all the way back up into that Virasana. Just try it one more time. Inhale down. Deep, strong inhale, then exhale, lift it all back up. From here, guide the arms up. I'm going to face you again. Still in Virasana here. Clasp the hands together into a humble warrior. Draw your shoulders down. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Now, squeeze those shoulder blades together. And I want you to find a deep connection through the core and the upper body, those shoulder systems. Take a breath. Inhale. And exhale again one more time. And that really modified rabbit. This time, bring your hands down. And just kind of slide forward here into a little bit of a balasana, a child's pose. Take a big deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Use your core. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Guide yourself back up. Bring the arms up overhead one more time. Inhale. Then exhale. Bring it all back down. Go ahead and shake it out. Roll your shoulders. We're going to move out of Virasana here into Dandasana. Now this is your strong staff posture. So upright spine, each and every vertebrae lengthening, stretching out through the top of the head. Flex your feet, relax your knees, relax your quads here. And let's find Urdhva Hastasana again. Inhale, and then exhale. Back to that deep breathing pattern. Again, deep cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we're trying to encourage full core connection, full breathing mechanisms connection. So you want to use all parts of it. Belly, let it expand forward and push out to the sides. Let that rib cage open up. Let that diaphragm open. Inhale and exhale. One more right here. Big breath in. Big breath out. All right, here we go. Up, back down with the shoulders. Gently squeeze the shoulder blades in, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. We're gonna take our palms and just gently guide them right by our sides here. And then find some lateral spinal bending. Just really slow, really carefully here. Allow that spine to bend to the side laterally. But don't crunch it, don't curve it. Think of lifting again that spine as long as you can. Nice active core to help you support. Just a few more here. Inhale and exhale. One more. And out. Okay, I'm gonna go profile here. So back in that Dandasana, we're gonna bring our hands to heart center. Shoulders down and back, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in, pressure palms together. Then start to just inch your feet up. Keeping that spine long, keeping it tall, keeping your core packed and ready to go. Inch the feet back out. Flexing the feet, relaxing the knees, relaxing the quads. We're gonna engage with the core here. And a few other things as well. Long spine, inhale, and exhale. Just one more from that Dandasana, inch it up. And last time, here we go. All right, lift that spine as long as you can. Flex your feet, relax the knees, shoulders down and back, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. And then we're gonna keep our hands in this Anjali Mudra position. So remember, Anjali Mudra, you're pushing your palms together, spreading your fingers out. Now take the thumbs and gently press them against the sternal panel. This is your Anjali Mudra. We're gonna work the multifidus muscles. So these are deep spinal muscles and they help to stabilize the spine. All right, here we go. We're gonna lift up one side and then the other. So lift one side of your buttocks up, bring it down. Lift, down. Lift, down. Just one more each side. Inhale, exhale, in and out. Go ahead, release the Urdhva Hastasana. Inhale, and then exhale. We're gonna finish this particular series out with a Navasana. So bring the feet back in, Navasana. This is your boat posture. Reach your arms up. Again, shoulders down and back, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. You lift up that left, lift up the right. Now, kind of in this sort of strange area between balancing and finding that stability. So hold on to it. Tighten the core, lengthen your spine. Maybe you hug those knees in while flexing your feet really hard here. Take a big deep breath. Inhale and exhale. And then optional, you can bring the hands behind the knees. Hug it in just a little bit more. Maybe you're feeling, you want to straighten the legs up here. You can point the toes. You can flex, but relax the knees. Relax the quads and lift. Another option is to grab into yoga toe hold. Round the toes, lift, and hold. Breathe. So whatever option you've chosen, I want you to hold it here. Yin yoga is about holding these postures for quite a bit longer than you're used to. Breathe. If you find that you don't like the posture you chose, you can always revert back to something else, another choice. Holding here just a little longer. 10, 9, 8, just 7, 6, 5, 4, just 3, 2, and 1. There might be a few animals starting in and out here. From here, we're gonna go right into our Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose. I'm gonna revert forward here again. Okay, so grabbing at the ankles, shoulders down and back, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. From here, I want you to use the muscles of the adductors, those upper inner thighs, and some of the hip flexors are working here too. But using those muscles, push your knees down. Lengthen your spine, shoulders are down and back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, tighten, pack the core, take a big deep breath, inhale, and exhale. One more time, inhale, and exhale. Go ahead, lift up that right knee. Lift it all the way up, using again the muscles, push it back down. Alternate. This time lift up the left. Pushing back down. Here we go. We're just gonna alternate here. Working adductors again, upper inner thighs, some of the hip flexors here, but keep your spine long and straight. Keep your core active and tight to support that spine. One more each side. Inhale and exhale. We call this a Vinyasa flow. It's really an active isolation. Let's try both at the same time. Inhale and then exhale. 2 more times. Here we go. Inhale, big deep breath. Exhale, push it down. Last time, up with that inhale, down with the exhale. All right, option to stay right here, option to round forward. All right, maybe you tuck that chin in, let that spine round just a little, and hold here. In your Baddha Konasana, you have found compression. So support this compression with your core. Your spine is in deep flexion, so you need that core to work to keep it safe. Maybe you're noting the shoulders, the traps, those rhomboids deep in your upper middle trap, your upper middle back, all working here, all stretching. Maybe you take the right ear over to the right shoulder and start to feel the musculature of the neck open up and lengthen. Those are the SCM levator muscles. Go ahead, roll it over to the other side. Left ear, left shoulder. Maintaining a little bit of that rounding here. Core, again, tight support. Bring it all back to center. Then lift it really tall. Take a deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. All right, from here, extend out of that back into your Dandasana. Hands right by your sides here. Shake it out. And then we are going to go ahead and find our moon salutation. So staying low here, maneuver into your quadruped. Relax the feet, shoulders down and back, bend the elbows, hug them in, press your palms deep against the floor. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. All right, from here, we're going to maneuver carefully into our downward facing dog. So flex the feet. Oh, hold on here. Apologies, let me put this on, do not disturb. All sorts of fun things happening right now. Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. That should not happen anymore. So going back to that quadruped, here we go. Downward facing dog, press the heels down. Lift your glutes as high as you can here while trying to press the heels down. Remember, it's okay if the heels don't reach the floor. Shoulders down and back, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Relax your knees, relax your quads. Soften the elbows and hug them in. Relax the head and neck, and maybe you lift those glutes up just a little higher. Big deep breathing pattern. Inhale. That expansion, that opening up. Exhale. Not letting go. That contraction. Not only the pelvic floor, but some of the core. Here we go. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Big breath. Stretch it deeper. Inhale. And exhale. All right, we're gonna look at that right foot. So allow that right leg, right foot to rise up here. Excuse me, that's my bookshelf. Into three-legged dog. Now remember, we're not after a super high leg here. Spiral it in, knee toes pointing to the ground. And when you're ready, go ahead and inch it through, just a little inch by inch, until you can arrange yourself into Anjaneyasana, your rider's posture. Shoulders down and back, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. The important thing to remember about this posture is this knee needs to line up directly with the ankle. Try to avoid letting that knee push out over your toes. You can stay in rider, and you might find a good hip flexor stretch by kind of just pulling those glutes on the left side under. Maybe that's enough. Maybe you need a little bit more. You take the left arm, reach it up, and then tilt over to the side. All right, hold on to this one. Maybe you lean it back, finding those hip flexors, lengthening. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe the other arm comes up to meet, and you find a little bit more of that lateral bend. Press into the right foot. Use the core to help you stabilize and hold. Big deep breaths, holding this one longer. 10, 9, just 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, ahead and bring that all back into your quadruped. Hi, buddy. All right. Lots of cat action here today. So some cat yoga going on over here. Up, back, down, bend the elbows, hug them in, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Back to your downward facing dog, your Adho Mukha Shavasana. Press the heels down, lift the glutes up, and remember, with your downward facing dog, your Adho Mukha Shavasana, you have maybe 3, maybe 4 feet between your hands and your toes. So adjusting is needed. And here we go. We're gonna bring up that left leg. So looking at that left foot, bring it up. Spiral the hip in, so the knee toes point to the ground. And then inch by inch, bring that leg through until you find Anjaneyasana, rider's posture on the other side. Hold on to this. Shoulders down your back, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Now, you might find enough of a stretch here by just kind of pulling those right glutes under. Or if you need a little bit more, go ahead and lift that right arm up. Tilt over to the left here a little bit, find that lateral spinal bend, and then lean back. So just a slight amount of spinal extension. Hold. Breathe as deep as you can here. Inhale. And exhale. Holding maybe. The other arm comes up to meet that one. And you find a little bit more action in that core. Breathe. Just 10. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. 9, 8, 7, just 6, 5, slow counts here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, back to quadruped. So hands shoulder width apart. All right, down and back, bend the elbows, hug them in, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. We're gonna maneuver into hip circles. So if you wanna bring your hands slightly farther out, go ahead and start to circle those hips. You can move as wide or maybe as shallow as you need here. Doesn't matter which direction you choose to circle because we will reverse. And here it is, reversing. So go the other direction, keeping that core active to support your spine. Just one more. All right, go ahead, bring the hands back in. Find that quadruped position and go ahead and tuck your toes under and press back. Shoulders down and back, bend the elbows, hug them in. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. You're getting a good stretch in your feet here. You can stay here. Maybe this is enough. Or let's move into Anahatasana. Major shoulder system opener, pec opener. So opening up that chest, those shoulders. So hands are gonna walk forward and you're gonna pull that tailbone back. Again, everybody's a little bit different here. Maybe you can reach the chest down. Maybe you're up here. It's all good. You do you right here. Work within your own framework. But we're gonna hold this one for at least a minute. So if you need to adjust at any time, feel free to do so, but hold. Breathing deep. Yin yoga postures are held for longer to allow for that deep tissue release. Inhale and exhale. About halfway there. Keep breathing. Deep cleansing breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, hang in there, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully maneuvering out of that position, that Anahatasana, back to Virasana. Bring the arms up, big breath, inhale, exhale, right to heart center. All right, so grab that pillow, that block, or whatever you're using here. Go ahead and grab it, and we're going to go ahead and find something called Janu Shirshasana. So it's quite a mouthful, but basically, we're gonna bring that right heel in towards the inside of your thigh here. Flex the left foot, and a couple things here. If the knee just really does not tolerate this well, you can take your block substitute, and place that underneath here. This is a great option to take a lot of that flexion, that stress out of the knee. If you're feeling okay, go ahead and find your Janu Shirshasana here. Find that Urdhva Hastasana, inhale, and then exhale. All right, shoulders down and back. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Find that Anjali Mudra. Push those palms together. Spread the fingers out. Press those thumbs into the sternal panel. Flex your left foot. And option here, Drishti point is going to turn up and gaze up at the ceiling. And maybe just finding a little bit of that lean is good for you today. Maybe this is enough. Maybe you stay right here. Maybe you reach the right arm up and that left hand out towards the left foot. Maybe you stay here. Maybe this is good enough. Maybe you'd like to find a little bit more and you bring it in, right here, and you stop. Maybe you grab your strap or whatever you're using for a strap and you hold right here. Again, softening the knee, relaxing the quads, flex the foot, allow the hamstrings, the calves to stretch. Maybe you can reach for that foot, grabbing hold, and find Janu Shirsasana and hold. Wherever you need to be, allow the spine to round here, it's going to, but support it with the core. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Relax the knee, relax the quads. Let the hamstring stretch here. Hold. We're gonna hold this one for a long time, at least a minute. So while you're holding here, practice that deep breathing pattern. In through the nose, out through the mouth, working on expanding the rib cage with the diaphragm and the lungs, allowing that belly to push forward and out. Maybe you're able to bring this down a little bit lower. Release any tension, any stress. Don't hold on to it. You don't need it. Go as low as you can here. We're about halfway through. Try to relax. Scan your body. Any stress, any tension? Again, breathe it out. Inhale. Exhale wherever you've chosen to go with this. Remember, everybody's frameworks are different, and this is a beautiful thing, so don't force something that doesn't work for you. Just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, just 3, 2, and 1. Now really carefully bring yourself up and out of that Janu Shirsasana. Remove whatever you were using here to prop that knee up if you needed to. And then bring it back into Dandasana. Go ahead and shake it out. Loosen things up. Take a breath, restore, reset. Inhale and exhale. All right, other side. So here we go. We're gonna take that right leg out to the side slightly. Take the left heel. Bring it in towards the upper inner thighs, those adductors. Again, find that prop if you need it. Maybe you've really got to lift up this knee to avoid stress and strain there. Maybe you can bring it down. Lift the spine as long as you can. Flex your foot. Relax the knee. Relax the quads. Arms up. Inhale and exhale. All right, here we go. Again, maybe you find that little bit of lean. Maybe this is enough today. Maybe you reach one arm down, other one up, and this is where you stop, where you hold. Maybe you grab your strap and you find that forward bending motion here. Shoulders down and back, don't round, don't curve the spine if you're using the strap. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. You can stay here. If you'd like to go deeper, you can grab the foot and then allow the spine to round in this particular posture. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. We're gonna hold for a good long time here. I want you to access the stretch. Every part, let the muscles, all the muscle fibers start to lengthen up. Let that fascia open up. Breathe, inhale, exhale. Maybe you're able to bring this a little bit deeper, but remember, if you need a break, go ahead, shake this off and come back to it. Keep breathing, about halfway there, relaxing the knee, the quads, flexing the foot, allowing those hamstrings to stretch. The lower back lengthening along with parts of the lats. Keep going. Almost there. Breathe deep, expand, open up, decompress. 10, 9, 8, 7, just 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully maneuver yourself out of Janu Shirsasana and then shake it out. Ooh, just let all that go. Then from here, we're gonna move into Kurmasana, major hip opener. I'm gonna use my foam roller here, but you can use a pillow, a block, maybe you don't need to use anything. But I'm gonna roll this out here. Flex the feet, again, relax the knees, relax the quads, and here we go. Roll it forward. Again, you don't need anything. You can just kind of walk your hands forward as well. And maybe this is it. Maybe this is where you stay, flexing your feet, relaxing your knees and your quads. Let the adductors open up with those hamstrings. You can push forward as much as you need to, trying to lengthen the spine while keeping the core active to support it. Or you can find full-on Kurmasana here, which is reaching the hands underneath the ankles, lifting those heels up a little bit, and guide the forehead down. Now maybe this isn't in your game today, totally fine. If you're not looking for this, go back to the first options and find one that works for you and your framework. Big deep breath, inhale, exhale, relax into it. Flex the feet, keep breathing. Now the muscles on the front of your shins, the anterior tibialis, you're gonna start to kind of feel those activate with all this flexing. If that's becoming too much, you can always point to relax them. But I like to keep them flexed. This helps me to get those hamstrings to loosen up just a little bit more. Also here, that low back, it's opening up. Maybe you're starting to notice again, the musculature of the neck is opening up. Breathe. Wherever you're at here, halfway there in Kurmasana or tortoise posture. Breathe that deep cleansing breath. Inhale and exhale. Let your whole body breathe here while you lengthen, while you stretch. 10, 9, just 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, carefully maneuver yourself out of whatever you had yourself into here at Kurmasana. Shake it out, loosen it up, restore, reset. Inhale and exhale. All right, from here we're gonna tuck those legs underneath. We're gonna maneuver into Mandukasana. So this is a hip opening flow. We've been working on opening up those hips. So let's go a little bit further. You can roll up your mat, make a little bit of cushioning here, but if you're on carpet, you might find that not to be too bad. But go ahead, separate those knees, flex your feet, onto the forearms out in front, find your Mandukasana, shift it slightly forward, and then pull it slightly back. There it is, Mandukasana. Now, of course, you can always bring it all the way down, head on the floor. Maybe that's working today, or keep it lifted. Breathe deep again, holding this posture for a good long time. Inhale, exhale. All right. Let the hips open up here. Again, primarily the adductors here that you're opening up, along with the hamstrings. So the adductors are the upper inner thighs. Some of the hip flexors will open up here as well. Keep breathing. Go ahead and push your palms into the ground and feel the upper body light up here to support all of that lower body stretch. Keep that breath deep and even, deep cleansing breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. All right, almost there. Keep the feet flexing. Maybe you're able to push back just a little bit more. Again, if this posture for any reason just doesn't feel good, feel free to go to Balasana, that child's pose. All right, here we go. That last 10, 9, 8, 7, just 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Go ahead and very carefully, again, maneuver yourself out of that. Take a restore, reset. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're gonna work some internal hip rotation. So coming back around here, I'm gonna go profile so you guys can see. Hands right behind your hips, shoulders down and back, bend the elbows and hug them in. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Push your palms into that mat. Take the left foot on the outside edges of your mat, then bring it in and hold. Internal hip rotation on that left side, that left hip structure. Hold, flex your foot. Again, some folks find this really uncomfortable on the sides of the feet, maybe the ankles. If that's you, maybe it's your knees. Go ahead and find a little bit more flexion in the knee and just kind of let it fall down a little bit more. If you're feeling good, go ahead, find that 45-degree angle and hold on to it. Squeeze the shoulder blades gently together. Keep breathing. Let that internal happen. Those poor internal hip rotators, they just don't get enough love. Let's give them some love right here. 10, 9, just 8, almost there, 7, 6, just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully maneuver out of that. Go ahead and shake it up. Reach it up. Breathe. Inhale. Then exhale. Let's do the other side. So hands behind the hips, shoulders down and back. Bend the elbows. Hug them in. Here we go. Let's take that right foot towards the outside edges of your mat. Let the knee guide down. Knock in towards the mat. Internal hip rotation. Again, you can flex the knee a little bit to take some of that tension out of the knee, out of the ankle. 45-degree angle. Inhale. Exhale. If your wrists are just starting not to love it, you can fist. Take that flexion right out of the wrists. Or keep it right here, shoulders down and back. Squeeze the shoulder blades in. Allow that hip to internally rotate. Might fight you a little, but breathe. You're almost there. You've got this. 10, 9, just 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully maneuver out of that. Go ahead, shake it off. And then make sure that you've got your strap in your thigh. And then come on down into a supine position. Kind of scooch up here so y'all can see me. Hopefully you can see me pretty well. All right, so on your back here, supine. Your feet are hip width apart. Your toes are tracking forward. Shoulders down and back. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Just hold this posture for a moment. Inhale. Exhale. Again, back to that lateral breathing pattern. Deep stretch of the lungs, the ribcage, the belly out, to the sides, forward. That diaphragm, let it all stretch, connect it all together. Then strong exhale. One more time, here we go. Inhale. And exhale. So that would be my orange menace scratching over there at the window if you're hearing him. He's a very interesting cat. So let's try to ignore him. One more time, big deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. So a couple things happening here. Well, more than a couple. You've got a few things happening here. You're allowing your spine to relax and decompress. In this position, you don't have gravity pushing down against your vertebrae, so there's a full amount of spinal decompression occurring. With each and every breath, I want you to visualize all the parts of your spine breathing with you. Inhaling and exhaling, stretching between each and every part of that vertebral column. Let's start at the very bottom, the coccyx. It's fused, doesn't move a whole lot. Moving up, you've got the sacrum. Mostly fused here as well, not a lot of movement there. Traveling up, you have 5 lumbar vertebrae. These move, but they don't like to twist. Traveling up, you have 12 thoracic vertebrae, and these are your twisters. These vertebrae love to twist. They help you walk, run, skip, jump. Moving on up, finally, you have 7 cervical vertebrae. These, again, they don't like to twist, but they do have quite a big range of motion. Move the head forward, back, sideways. The very top 2, the atlas and the axis, C1 and C2. Now these are big, thick vertebrae, and they hold up your head and they allow for that head to move. So considering every part of your vertebral column, find that deep breath once again. Inhale. Filling yourself up. Exhale. Release what you don't need. Try it again. Visualizing a little bit of space between each and every part of that vertebral column, each and every vertebrae. Stretching just a little more. Inhale. And exhale. Moving on. The discs in between your vertebrae, those intervertebral discs, kind of spongy. Don't want them to move, but quite often they do move, and this is not a good thing. So I want you to think about that core activation here. You've had it relaxed, but let's turn it on. Ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Now hopefully you did not stiffen the spine to turn on the core, because remember, it doesn't work that way. Leave your spine relaxed and neutral and turn on that core. Once again, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. Now you've got quite a bit of support for that spine, including the intervertebral discs. Think about each and every one of those discs. Let it breathe. Inhale and exhale. Moving on. Let's talk about the spinal cord. This is a vital component of everything here. Not only part of the spine, but part of the nervous system. It can become compressed. So let's think about that spinal cord becoming decompressed, opening up so that you can allow the spinal fluid to move free. Inhale. Exhale. Last but not least, you have nerves that branch off each and every part of your vertebral column. These nerves, again, vital components. Part of the nervous system, part of everything. They can become compressed. So I want you to think about those nerves opening up with each inhale and continuing to breathe with each exhale. Inhale and exhale. Every part of that spine is neutral, relaxed. Relax your core here and just kind of melt into your mat. One more deepest of breaths. Inhale and exhale. All right, from here, raise the arms up, shoulders down and back, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. We're going to find Setu Bandhasana Sharvangasana. Now that's the Sanskrit word for bridge. So a couple options here, making sure that your feet are hip width apart and your toes are tracking forward. Start by pushing into all corners of your feet. Push. Spread your toes along the floor. Press into the balls of your feet, the midfoot, the forefoot, the heels. Press into the sides of your feet. And then start to lift your hips up. Up, up, up. Now you've got a couple options here. If the knees ache when you do this, bring them a little bit farther away from the glutes to lessen the knee flexion. However, if you want a little bit more quads and your knees are feeling good, bring the feet, those heels in towards your glutes, pushing into the floor, lift up. Lift the hips. There's the quads. Maybe you'd like to activate those hamstrings a little bit. Tug the heels in towards the glutes and push your hips up. Hold. Breathe. Deep and even. Trying to reach every part of the body here with that breath. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe you lift your hips up a little higher while you push your feet deep into the floor. Again, a couple things here. If you're starting to note some pain happening in the low back or on the backs of the hips, it's the SI joints. Sometimes they don't like this. If that's the case, lower it down, bring your knees to your chest, and release it. But if you're feeling good, lift it up. You're almost halfway there. Remember, we're holding these postures longer. Keep tugging the heels in, pushing the feet in the floor, lifting those hips. Breathe. Arms can come back. Maybe you rest your palms, the back of your palms on the floor. Relax the elbows and lift a little higher. Any stress or strain in your head or neck, maneuver out of this. And again, find that Apanasana, knees to chest. Keep holding. Keep breathing. Deeper Inhale. Exhale. Lift those hips just a little bit more if it's available. And hold. 10, 9, 8. Let the glutes work here. Engage. 7. Just 6. You're almost there. 5. Just 4. 3. Almost there. 2. Okay, last one. Bring it down. Now everybody find that balasana. Hug in the left, hug in the right. Go ahead and flex your feet and just hug those knees into your chest. Your sacrum will lift here. That's okay. There is flexion happening in the spine again. Okay. Maybe you start to sway a little bit side to side. Note the compression in the hip flexors here. It's going to help them relax and kind of turn off here a little bit. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. When you're ready, bring the feet back down. All right, here we go. Feet are hip width apart, toes are forward. Go ahead and lift up that right leg. Flex the foot, relax the knee. Then you're going to slide that ankle just above the knee here, the left knee. So you're in what we call Gomukhasana. Let that right knee externally rotate, maybe even gently push it out. You can stay here. Or if you need a little bit more, let's find that spinal twist. So bring the arms into a goalpost. Go ahead and keeping your legs in that Gomukhasana position. Allow yourself and those legs to drift over towards the left. Staying in Gomukhasana. Now relax. You're going to note the abductors, the external rotators are starting to stretch. Open up here. Let it happen. Maybe you take a palm, place it on top and get some deeper stretching action here. You are in a true spinal twist here. So hold on, let it happen, let it lengthen, let it stretch. Breathe. Let that breath happen. We spend a lot of time stressed out, anxious, worrying, and we hold that breath. We need to breathe. This is a vital component to everything. Pranayama is life. So focus on that breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe you're able to bring this in just a little deeper. Relax. No stress, no tension. Hold. Maybe you swivel your head over towards that right palm. And you just stay here. Longer. A little deeper. Inhale. Exhale. You're almost there. Just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, just 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, using the core very carefully, guide yourself back here. Back to that supine position. Feet are hip width apart, toes are forward. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take up that left foot, left leg, flex, and again, bring it up and above that right knee again. You can stay here, maybe. It would help to just gently guide that left knee open. If this is enough, stay here, but if you need a little bit more, arms coming to a goalpost, go ahead and guide those legs while holding into that Gomukhasana position over towards the right this time. Again, true spinal rotation right here. You can stay here, or maybe swivel that head out and over towards the left arm, the left palm. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe bring a palm here, and then pull that down. Finding the abductors, the deep external rotators, your glutes, but also the deep six muscles. These are really deep muscles that help you externally rotate. Among them, the piriformis. Super grumpy, that piriformis. So you might note it here, being grouchy. Degrouchify it here. Keep breathing. Inhale. And exhale. Go deeper. Don't hold that breath. Don't hold your tension. Don't hold on to your stress, your anxiety. Let it go. For 10, just 9, 8, 7, almost there. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Carefully using the core, guide yourself back up. All right, now this next, last part of this is optional with the strap, but if you have a strap, go ahead. Loop both feet underneath, right underneath the toes, the metatarsals there. Shoulders down and back, ribs in, obliques out, sits bones in. I want you to bend your knees. Pull on that strap. Pull your knees to your chest. Take a big breath. Inhale. Lift your head, your neck, your shoulders up, gazing at your toes. On your exhale, stretch it all back up and then relax. Let's find that flow. Here we go. Inhale. Head, neck, and shoulders lift up. Gaze is right at your toes. Draw your shoulders down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Tighten, pack the core. Hug the knees in. Then exhale. All right, back to where you started. Try it again. Inhale. Lift. Your gaze is right at your toes, but you're lifting your heart, your chest panel right up to the ceiling here. And then exhale. All right, we're going to move into a very safe modification of plow or halasana. Now, traditional plow is contraindicated. It's way too much shear force on that cervical spine, your neck. So I've modified it here to make sure that the neck stays safe. Relax the knees, flex the feet even harder, and then just start to tug those toes down. Hello, hamstrings. Hello, calves. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Now maybe you tug them down a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and then stop. This is our plow, our halasana, very modified. I'm not going to roll over onto that neck. Keep breathing. Flex your feet a little more. Hold. Again, these are longer postures. They're held for a long time. Find your breath maybe. You roll up the strap and you pull a little bit more. Keep going. You got an option here. You can stay here, or maybe it would help to find a pendulum. So just moving side to side. This is great because I find that this is a really fantastic way to release the SI joints along with the low back. So give it a try if you'd like. I'm holding on here. Maybe you're holding it nice and static. Wherever you're at, breathe. Deep cleansing breaths in and out. Just 10 right here. 9, bonus, you're working the obliques and the core with this pendulum. Just 8, 7, 6, you're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so go ahead and release carefully out of that. And then using your strap or whatever you've got that's strap-like here, go ahead and loop it right around the right foot here. Again, those metatarsals, your toes. Left leg, we're just going to stamp that left foot into the floor and let the knee track over the ankles. We are going to find the peroneal muscles. So this is a group of muscles on the sides of your calves. They are rarely stretched, and so for most of us, they're incredibly grumpy. So let's de-grumpify them. So how you're going to do this? You're going to invert the foot. So you're going to sickle it. You're going to take that big toe and try to rotate it towards the floor. So you're in a full inverted position here with the ankle. And then tug that leg towards you. Hello, peroneals. There you are. Again, for most of us, they're extremely grumpy. So breathe through it. If you need to, you can bring it over to the side. You might find that, maybe towards the left, a little bit more helpful. I'm not going to keep you here too long. Just 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, almost there, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, go ahead and release that. Then roll the ankle out. Doesn't matter which direction you choose because, here we go, reverse it. So other side. Just 3, maybe flex the foot. Feel all parts of your feet working here. 2, and your ankles. And one. Let's try the other side. Yay, the proneals on the other side. Here we go. Flex the foot, relax the knees, relax the quads. Pull it towards you, and then you're going to invert that foot. So, all right, bring that big toe down towards the ground. Find that simple position of the foot, the ankle. Maybe you pull a little bit closer. Hello, proneals. Super grumpy. So let them be grumpy, and then, hopefully, with as much stretching, they will no longer be grumpy. We'll have degrumpified them. So keep going, keep breathing. We're not gonna hold this one as long. 10, 9, 8, maybe pull it a little bit farther closer if you can. Just 7, 6, 5, almost there, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, go ahead and release that. Roll the ankles. Again, doesn't matter which direction you choose because here we go, other side, other way, other direction. And then when you're ready, go ahead, ditch your strap, and then find your pillow or your foam roller or your block, something. And then we're gonna find a major hip flexor release. So bring it up right underneath the sacrum. You might have to manipulate this up a little farther, but once you've got it, go ahead, pop whatever it is right underneath the sacrum, elevating the hips. Feet are hip width apart, knees right out over the ankles, and toes are forward. Arms are gonna reach up and overhead. Maybe you find that goalpost and you relax the upper body. You can stay here with the knees bent, or maybe you bring it into a straight leg position here. Okay, so a couple things. Yep, those hip flexors are completely releasing here. Additionally though, you are allowing the SI joints to release. Low back. Maybe you start to feel those quads release. Just let it happen, relax. I don't want you to flex anything or tense anything. Just relax. No stress, no tension, no anxiety. And hold. Again, hip flexor release. We're releasing all parts of the hip flexors with other stuff too. Iliopsoas, iliacus, pectineus, among them. Keep breathing. Deep cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale. Let your whole body breathe. I want you to focus on that. Quite often when things are stressful, we tend to breathe only with the chest. This is a mistake. We need to allow everything to breathe. All parts of the breathing systems. This includes pelvic floor, core. You got your intercostal muscles, your lungs, even your serratus muscles help you to breathe. You have muscles in your neck that help you to breathe. Those are your scalenes. So consider all of those muscles, everything else, and go deeper here. Inhale. Exhale, release. No stress, no tension. Whole body breath for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, just 5, 4, 3, you're almost there, 2, and 1. Okay, really carefully, let's bring in those feet. Remove whatever it is you were using to prop yourself up here. And then Apanasana, knees to chest. Sway it side to side. One more time, big deep breath. Inhale and exhale. All right, we're moving into final relaxation. So you have options. Maybe you find your Shavasana. Maybe you find that internal hip rotation, go into Daydreamer's pose. Or maybe you find a supine Baddha Konasana to release the pelvic floor muscles. Maybe you roll to the right side, roll to the left. Maybe you roll onto your belly. Maybe sit up and find that Sukhasana. But find a position that's going to work for you right here. And I want you to be able to breathe deep here. So wherever it is you need to go there right now. Maybe you dim your lights, put on some layers. If you're starting to feel cold, And then, let's begin. Remember, eyes, you can close them, but you don't have to. Maybe it would feel better to just leave them open and unfocus your gaze. Start to focus on that breath. Inhale. And exhale. A little bit more. Inhale. And exhale. So with that focus on your breath, start to slow all those spinning thoughts, that frantic, that worry, that anxiousness, and just push it away from you. For the next few moments, I want you to be free. It'll be waiting for you soon enough. Just find that little bit of freedom here and allow yourself to go deeper. Inhale and exhale. All the cares, all the worries are just sliding away. You're not going to hold on to them. Let them go. Maybe you start to seek out any stress, any tension that you may be holding on to. As humans, we tend to store these things in our tissues. Maybe you're stressing your facial muscles out. Unsquinch your eyes, relax your jaw, maybe even relax those ears. Allow your shoulders to relax. The spine, the neck, the quads, the hamstrings, even the toes, even the fingers, if they're stressed. With your inhale, loosen it up with your exhale. Let it go. Just breathe it out. Let it go far away, away from you. Allow yourself to go a little deeper. It might help to consider Ajna, your third eye. This is your pineal gland, deep in the center of your brain. So if you're starting to visualize, maybe light starts to emanate around the pineal gland, throughout your brain, spilling out and surrounding all of you. Let that light grow. Inhale. Exhale. Release yourself from what you don't need. Maybe you're able to go a little further here. In addition to stress, tension, anxiety, worry, maybe you start to release yourself from other things that hold you back. Heavy emotional weight, self-doubt, self-defeatism, negative self-talk, fear, anger, resentment, whatever it is. With your inhale, loosen it up. With your exhale, let it go. Send it away from you. You don't need it. It doesn't serve you. With all that newly created space, start to fill yourself up with what you do need. Light, love, gratitude, joy. These things surround us all. They can be hard to see. Maybe it would help to visualize what brings you light, love, gratitude, and joy. Maybe it's your friends, your family, your work, your hobbies, the animals in your lives, your pets, whatever this is, whatever it is. Think of it here. Inhale. Fill yourself up, every cell, every atom, with love, light, joy, gratitude. Then exhale what you don't need. Remember who you are. You are strong. You are of worth. You are brave. You are enough. You are valuable. And you are beautiful. Inhale that knowledge. Inhale. Then exhale. Let go of what you don't need. Remember, one more thing. We are powerful. And our power resides in what we do, what we hold close, what we nurture. Inhale. Exhale. The next few moments are yours. Quiet breath. Maybe you wiggle those fingers, wiggle those toes, roll the shoulders. Find a little movement, a little life in those limbs. But if you are not ready, I invite you to stay where you're at until you feel like you are. Carefully and slowly. Oh, there's Cosmo. I didn't know he joined us for Shavasana. Come on back to your Virasana. Again, if you're not ready for this, stay where you are until you are. Join me for our ceiling breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Right heart center. All that you need gathered up, light, love, gratitude, joy, and bring it right to your heart. Not holding on to anything you don't need. Again, inhale and exhale. Close your eyes one more time. Pause. Just one more moment. Everything you need, you have within you. Inhale. Exhale. Namaste. Namaste means the light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for joining me today. Apologies for all of you tuning in, for all of those mechanical difficulties. I think we've got it figured out. Thank you for joining me today. You guys are amazing. Remember, make sure that you keep connected with each other while we are practicing physical distancing. We shouldn't be practicing social distancing. We should be reaching out to each other, connecting, and staying strong. Thank you. Inhale.